All right, so for this one, it says solve this quadratic equation. So remember that most of these problems that we've been doing, we're undoing the square by taking the square root. So my goal is still the same, x equals some stuff. How do I get stuff away from x? I'm going to do the inverse, right? Do the inverse mathematical operation. Well, this square means that I'm going to take this and multiply it by itself twice. So I need some mathematical inverse of squaring. Well, the inverse of that is to take the square root. Now, when I take the square root of that, whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other, and we can't forget that there is a principal and a negative root. There's a positive and negative root. So we don't want to forget about that. Now, when we undo the squaring, what happens is you're just left with what we call the base. This is the base. We were going to square it, but then when we took the square root, we don't have to square it. So we're just left with this. Equals plus or minus whatever the square root of 1 is, which is just 1. Okay? X isn't quite by itself yet, so in order to get x by itself, what we need to do is subtract 12 from both sides, right? I need to move this 12. I am adding it. So when I say do the inverse, what I'm saying is x plus 12. Well, what's the 12 doing? It's adding to the x. To move it away, I do the inverse operation of addition, which is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. That gives me x is equal to negative 12 plus or minus 1. From here, I'm going to have two equations. I'm going to say x equals negative 12 plus 1. And over here, I'm going to say x equals negative 12 minus 1. So then my solution set should be x equals negative 11 or x equals negative 13. And those are the two possible solutions that makes everything true. Okay? It makes the statements true. Any questions on that one?